Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
As usual, only few of them opened their video. So I request all of you please switch on your videos. So before starting your class, I am just showing your results of last examination. Weekly test number 9. I think it's clear for you. It's visible.
Yes.
So first rank goes to Sri Varshini. Physics 60, Chemistry 76, Mathematics 68. Correct number of questions 51, wrong 0, that's great, wrong 0. Then out of 240, 204. Congratulations, Sri Varshini. All of you please give her a good round of clap. എനിക്ക് കേൾക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ലല്ലോ ക്ലാപ്പ്. Then second rank, Sri Varshini, you are from Trivandrum branch, Zenith batch. Okay. Then second rank, Kabila M. Kabila scored 187 in second rank. Third rank, Abhinav Krishna, 185. Fourth rank, Saika Sunil, 164. Fifth rank, Adira P, 146. Sixth rank, Gaurav, 133. Seventh rank, Vishal SP, 133. Alvin Anil, 126. Ninth rank, Sribhadra Prasad, 116. 10th rank, Saju, 114. So congratulations to the toppers. നെഗറ്റീവ് മാർക്ക് കിട്ടിയവർ പോലും ഉണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ. Then today's discussion question from work energy power. I think all of you have this question paper. Okay. I'm not getting any response from your side.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So start with question number 1. It's a direct question from NCERT worked out example. So Sribhadra, first question വായിച്ചോ.
Yes, sir. A raindrop of mass 1 gram falling from a height of 1 kilometer hits the ground with a speed of 50 meters per second. If the resistive force is proportional to the speed of the drop, then the work done by the resistive forces take G is equal to 10 meters per second.
A raindrop of mass 1 gram falling from a height 1 kilometer and hits the ground with a speed 50 meters per second. If the resistive force is proportional to speed of the drop, then work done by the resistive force is. എല്ലാവരും ചെയ്തോളൂ. A raindrop of mass only 1 gram falling from a height 1 kilometer hits the ground with a speed 50. Given that it is falling from a height 1 kilometer.
Sir, is it 10 joule?
No. Change in potential energy is mgh. So m directly given 1 gram. So 1 into 10 raised to minus 3. G you take it as 10. It's given that G is equal to 10. And H is 1 kilometer. So 1 into 10 raised to 3. 10 raised to 3, 10 raised to minus 3 cancels. So you will get 10 joule. This is the loss in potential energy. Usually the loss in potential energy may be appeared as gain in kinetic energy if there is no energy loss. Gain in kinetic energy. Gain in kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So half into m directly given 1 gram 10 raised to minus 3 into v square 50 square. 50 square 2500 by 1250 into 10 raised to minus 3, it is 1.25. See, the loss in potential energy is 10 joule. If there is no energy losses are there, according to law of conservation of energy, the entire potential energy must be converted to kinetic energy. But in this problem, only 1.25 joule is converted into kinetic energy. So what happens to the remaining amount? Come on, what happens to the remaining amount?
It will be resisted by
That energy will be dissipated in the form of heat due to resistive forces. So I think now all of you got the answer. ഏതായിരിക്കും answer?
8.7.
Yes, 8.75. 8.7. Is it plus 8.75 or minus 8.75? See, while falling, resistive force is acting vertically upward. So this angle is not 0 degree, it is 180 degree. The angle between the resistive force and velocity of the body is 180 degree. So is it positive work or negative work?
Negative work.
Negative work. So your answer?
Minus 8.7.
Minus 8.75. It's a direct question from NCERT book. It's a worked out example. Okay. So while dealing with these kind of problems, first of all, you find the loss in potential energy. Okay. In this problem, it is 10 joule. If we are neglecting all kind of energy losses, the entire potential energy must be converted to kinetic energy. But in this problem, only 1.25 joule is converted into kinetic energy. It means 8.75 joule energy dissipated, usually in the form of heat, to overcome the resistive force. Clear ആയോ എല്ലാവർക്കും?
Yes, sir.
Then finally, a confusion like whether it is negative or positive. See, while falling, resistive force is acting upward. So the angle between that resistive force and displacement of the body is 180 degree. So it is a case of negative work. Okay. Okay. Then we can move to the next question. This one again, it's a direct question from NCERT book. Are you familiar with this question? Question number 2. എടാ ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നമ്പർ 2 നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ നേരത്തെ?
No, sir.
So you complete question number 2. Badra, Nitish,
Yes, sir.
please read problem number 2.
A block of mass m is moving with a speed v on a horizontal rough surface and collides with a horizontally mounted spring of spring constant k as shown in the figure. The coefficient of friction between the block and the floor is mu. The maximum compression of the spring is.
Yes. A block of mass m moving with some kinetic energy half mv square. It collide with, see that surface is a rough one. No information about that initial distance. So you need to bother about the distance through which the spring compresses. എത്ര ദൂരം സ്പ്രിംഗ് കംപ്രസ് ആയി എന്നാണ് നമുക്ക് അറിയേണ്ടത്. മാക്സിമം കംപ്രഷൻ ഓഫ് ദ സ്പ്രിംഗ്. So we can use conservation of energy. This half mv square, a part of this half mv square is converted into half kx square. Correct? No. A part of energy will be stored by the spring after compress through a distance x. When it is a smooth surface, the entire kinetic energy of the block converted into elastic potential energy. Okay. But here it is given that surface is a rough one. So certain amount of energy will be dissipated in the form of heat to overcome the frictional force. So an additional work done will be there. This is the work done by, come on, friction. So half mv square is equal to half kx square plus a part is dissipated in the form of heat. That is equal to frictional force into displacement, Fx. So half mv square plus equal to half kx square plus frictional force is mu times mg into x. You want to find this x. So half kx square plus mu times mg into x minus half mv square equal to 0. So x square plus 2 mu mg by k into x minus m by k into v square equal to 0. So that equation become a second degree quadratic equation. Then what we have to do is you solve the problem. I think all of you know the equation to solve second degree quadratic equation. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b squared minus 4ac by 2a. പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ equation?
Yes, sir.
Then you substitute and you will get the answer. To do this problem, no other shortcut. The concept is simple. Half mv square is the kinetic energy associated with that block when it hits on the spring and then compresses. A part of this kinetic energy will be converted into elastic potential energy of the spring, and another part will be dissipated in the form of heat. Let's assume x is the maximum compression of the spring, or x is the maximum distance through which the body moves. Please complete the remaining part and answer the question. കിട്ടിയോ? ഞാൻ already പറഞ്ഞു, it's an NCERT based question. So you can see the solution in NCERT book. See, xm means maximum compression. 2 mu mg by xm minus m by k into v square is equal to 0. This one already we have derived. On solving, you will get xm is equal to mu mg by k plus 1 by k into root of mu mg square plus m kv square. X is equal to minus b. Here b is this one, minus 2 mu mg by k plus or minus root of b square 2 mu mg by k the whole square plus b square minus b squared minus 4ac minus 4 into a is 1, c is m by k into v square, all divided by 2a, 2. So this 2 cancels. Here also we can take 2 outside because 2 mu mg by k the whole square. So you can take 2 to the out of root, 2 cancels. So that finally you will get the answer like this. Concept clear ayo? That loss in kinetic energy of the block converted into elastic potential energy of the spring as well as the work done against friction. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for JEE aspirants, it's a very, very important question. You can see in NCERT book that question has 2 parts. In the first part, they are not considering the friction, so that the answer is very simple. But in the second part, they are telling like mu is the coefficient of friction between block and the ground. So in the second part, you must consider the frictional force too. Work done by the frictional force too. Okay. Then third question. Kalyani Mahesh, third question vayichu.
A uniform chain of length L and mass M is lying on a smooth table, and 1/3 of its length is hanging vertically down over the edge of the table. If V is acceleration due to gravity, work required to pull the hanging part onto the table is?
Already, I think all of you have seen this question in your question bank. These type of questions. കല്യാണി കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടോ ഈ ടൈപ്പ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ?
Yes, sir.
ആ എന്നാ പറഞ്ഞോ. വർഡൻ കാണാനുള്ള ഇക്വേഷൻ നിങ്ങളോട് ബൈഹാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. വർഡൻ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു mgl ഡിവൈഡഡ് ബൈ 2n സ്ക്വയർ. പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ? Here 1 by n is equal to 1/3, 1/3. 1/3 of the part is hanging vertically downward. So your answer will be mgl by 2 into, here n is equal to 3. So 3 square. So your answer is mgl divided by 18. So for doing this kind of problems, there is a shortcut like mgl divided by 2n square. Here 1 by n is 1/3. So n equal to 3. So using the shortcut, the answer is mgl divided by 18. ചെയ്തോ? ചെയ്തോടാ?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Actually, the concept is like this. There is a table. On the table, a uniform chain is hanging. Is 1/3 part is hanging vertically downward. You need to pull the hanging part to the table. Work required to pull the hanging part on the table. So work done is equal to change in potential energy. So work done is equal to change in potential energy is equal to m dash g h dash. Here, this m dash is the mass of the hanging part. H dash is the height of the center of mass from the top. Because as it is it's not a point object, it's an extended object. So you need to consider height towards center of mass. Actually, what is happening here is when you pull the body upward towards the table, the length of that hanging part will decreases. So initially you do more work, but when more and more part come onto the table, the length of the hanging part will decreases. So when certain part reaches the top, then the work we have to done become decreases. And finally, the work done becomes 0. That's why we are taking the average height. Actually, this h dash is average height. So W is equal to m dash replaced by m/3. Why it is m/3? Come on, why it is m/3?
It is a uniform zone.
As it is a uniform rope, 1/3 is hanging means 1/3 of the mass is hanging. Okay. G, no problem, G itself. H dash is average height. Total L/3 portion is hanging vertically downward. So it will be L/3/2. Why it is L/3/2? The concept is you need to take only the average length. Average length is usually taken as the height towards center of mass. That's why we put an additional 2 there. 2. This 2. Okay. So that is equal to mgl by 3 into 2. That is mgl divided by 18. So it's a frequently asked type question for both NEET and JEE. So my suggestion is you by heart the relationship mgl divided by 2n square to do the problem. In this problem, 1/3 is hanging. So 1 by n is equal to 1 by 3. N equal to 3. You substitute the value of n here. Okay. Okay now.
Yes, sir.
Then question number 4. Neha, why Neha?
An electron and a proton are detected in a cosmic ray experiment. The first with the kinetic energy 10 keV, and the second
Kilo electron volt. Kilo electron volt.
kilon
E
Celsius,
means kilo electron volt.
and the second with 100 kilo electron volt.
Kilo
The
electron volt.
ratio of the speeds is where ME and ampere marks of electron and proton respectively.
Okay. It's a direct question, very simple question. Energy is given, kinetic energy is given. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Electron, proton detected in cosmic ray experiment. First with a kinetic energy 10 kilo electron volt. Second with a kinetic energy 100 kilo electron volt. The ratio of their speeds. So V square is equal to 2E by M. So V is equal to root of 2E by M. So V electron divided by V proton is equal to root of 2 times 2 common. So while you find the ratio that 2 cancels, so E in the numerator, so E divided by EP, mass in the denominator, so MP divided by ME. When you find the ratio. Kinetic energy of electron is directly given 10. Proton 100 into MP divided by ME. 0, 0 cancels. So your answer will be come on.
Option B.
1 by root 10.
Yes, 1 by root 10. Your answer is B. Nothing hidden there. It's a direct question. You need to know only the kinetic energy equation to find the kinetic energy of the body. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So using the equation of half mv square, we can find the speeds. Clear alle?
Yes, sir.
Then question number 5. Advaith Manohar.
A running man has half the kinetic energy than a boy of half his masses. The man speed up by
Speed up by
1.0 meter per second, and
then the same energy as
has the same energy as the boy. The original speeds of the man and a boy respectively are.
It's a very simple direct question. ചെയ്തോ A running man has half the kinetic energy than a boy of half his mass has. A running man has half kinetic energy than a boy. So initially kinetic energy of boy is 2 times kinetic energy of man. Because kinetic energy of the running man has half pagdi. So we can write like this: kinetic energy of the boy is 2 times kinetic energy of the man. Okay, Advait?
Yes, sir.
So half into mass of boy into velocity of boy square is equal to 2 times half into mass of man into velocity of man square. Okay.
Okay.
Half cancels. Mass of boy. A running man has half kinetic energy than a boy of half his mass. So mass of boy is mass of man divided by 2. Correct? No. Into VB square is equal to 2 times mass of man into VB square. So mass of man cancels. So VB square by 2 is equal to VM square. So VB square is equal to VM square. So VB is equal to root 2 times VM. VB equal to root 2 times VM. This is the data given in this problem. A running man has half the kinetic energy than a boy of half of his mass. ഈ സ്റ്റെപ്പുകളെല്ലാം ക്ലിയർ ആയോ?
സാറേ ഇപ്പൊ 2 VM സ്ക്വയർ ഇല്ലേ?
ഉണ്ടോ?
അവിടെ
ഇവിടെ 2 ഇല്ല, ഇവിടെ 2 ഇല്ലടാ, ഇവിടെ 2 ഇല്ല. ഹാഫ് കട്ടായി പോയില്ലേ?
അതല്ല, അപ്പുറത്തെ ഭാഗത്ത്.
ഇത്രയും ക്ലിയർ അല്ലേ? ഹാഫ് പോയി.
ഓക്കെ.
മാസ് ഓഫ് ബോയ്ക്ക് പകരം മാസ് ഓഫ് മാൻ ബൈ 2 എന്ന് കൊടുത്തു. 2 ടൈംസ് ഉണ്ട് അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ. കറക്റ്റാണ്, നീ പറഞ്ഞ കറക്റ്റാണ്. മാസ് ഓഫ് ബോയ് നമ്മൾ മാറ്റി. മാസ് ഓഫ് മാൻ ബൈ 2 ഇൻറ്റു VB സ്ക്വയർ ഇസ് ഈക്വൽ 2 ടൈംസ് മാസ് ഓഫ് മാൻ ഇൻറ്റു VM സ്ക്വയർ. കറക്റ്റാണ്, നീ പറഞ്ഞതാണ് കറക്റ്റ്. ഈ 2 ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വരും അല്ലേ? ഇപ്പോൾ VB സ്ക്വയർ ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു 2 ഇൻറ്റു 4 VM സ്ക്വയർ എന്ന് വരും. ഇപ്പോൾ VB ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ 2 ടൈംസ് VM എന്നാണ് കിട്ടുക കേട്ടോ. സോറി, ആരാ കറക്റ്റ് ചെയ്തെന്ന് എനിക്ക്? ആരടാ? എന്ത് ചെയ്താ?
നോ സർ, ഞാൻ പറയണം വിചാരിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
ആ പറയണ്ടേ?
ഞാനല്ല, ഞാൻ എഴുതിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നു. ആരോ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
ഇനി now one information is velocity of boy is 2 times velocity of man. Now when the man speed up, the man speed up by 1 meter per second. So the new equation you can write like this: half m mass of man into velocity of man plus 1 the whole square increased by 1, that is equal to half into mass of boy into velocity of boy square. Here no change in velocity of boy, only the man speed up by 1 meter per second square. At that time they have the same energy. That's why we equate like this. Okay, half cancels. Mass of man is mass of boy by 2 into Vm plus 1 the whole square is equal to mass of boy into Vb square.
Mass of boy അല്ലേ mass of man by 2.
ഇവിടെ 2 times mass of boy ആക്കിയ പോലെ. ഓക്കെ, ഓക്കെ ആണോ? The velocity of man increased by 1 meter per second, keeping the speed of the boy remains same. So what happened is, after increasing the speed by 1 meter per second, the speed of the boy and speed of the man are equal. It is given in this problem, same energy. Their energies are same. Mass of boy cancels. 2 times Vm plus 1 the whole square is equal to Vb square. Okay. We know the relationship between Vm and Vb. So 2 times Vm square plus 2Vm plus 1 is equal to 2Vm. From this you can find the value of Vm. After getting Vm, you can find the value of V boy. ആര്യൻ എന്തൊക്കെ കിട്ടിയ ആൻസർ?
2 whole square കൊടുക്കണം.
ബാക്കി നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യണം. ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയോ? ഹാഫ് ഇൻറ്റു
ആൻസർ സി.
സി ആണോ? 2.4 and 4.8. It's also a direct question. All data, all informations are directly given. Okay. So answer C. At the end of this question paper, we provided the detailed solution of this question. Yes, 2.4 and 4.8. So you download this question paper and go through the hints. The concept is very simple. Initially, their energies are not equal. Then after the man speed up by 1 meter per second, then after their kinetic energies are same. That is the problem. Okay. Okay, Lena. Then problem number 6. Krishna Vaja Krishna.
A block of mass 10 kg is moving in x direction. With a
A
constant
block of mass 10 kilogram moving in x direction.
It is subjected to a retarding force Fr minus
Fr means simply
0.1 retarding.
Joule per meter, 0.1 x. See, 0.1 into x. So it means the force depends on x. So is it a constant force or variable force? Variable force. Good. Then during the travel from x equal 20 to x equal 30, final kinetic energy will be. So you find the initial kinetic energy first. Initial kinetic energy you can directly find from the data. Initial kinetic energy is half into mv square. So half into 10 into 10 square. Then you find the work done by the retarding force. No doubt the kinetic energy will decrease us. Why the kinetic energy will decrease? Kinetic energy decrease ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്ന് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എങ്ങനെ മനസ്സിലായതെന്ന്? Initially the kinetic energy initial, that is equal half mv square. So half into m directly given 10 into velocity 10 square. So that is equal 5 into 100, that is equal 500. So the initial kinetic energy will be 500. Okay. Okay. Then we need to find the work done by the resistive force. How we can find the work done by the resistive force? Come on.
Integration.
Integral x1 to x2 f dot dx. Okay. Ano? So w is equal to integral 20 to 30 because initially it is at x equal to 20, finally at x equal to 30. F replaced by minus 0.1x into dx. 0.1 is a constant, minus 0.1 is a constant. You take it outside the integral. On integrating x dx, you will get x squared by 2. The lower limit is 20, upper limit is 30. So work done by the resistive force is minus 0.1 by 2. You take this 2 outside into 30 square minus 20 square. Okay. First we have to apply the final limit, upper limit. Upper limit is given as 30 and the lower limit is given as 20. So that is minus 0.1 by 2 into 30 square is 900 minus 400. 900 minus 400 is 500. 500 by 2 is minus, come on, 250 multiplied by 0.1. So it is minus 25, I think. Minus 25 ano?
Answer.
Initial kinetic energy is 500 joule. 500 joule. And the work done by frictional force during the motion is minus 25. So what will be the final kinetic energy of the body?
475 joules.
475 joule. So a integration procedure is needed in this problem because it is given that the work done, the force acting on the body is a variable one. That's why we need to integrate to find the work done by the force. Okay. Okay, now.
Okay, sir.
ഒരു ബോഡി ഇങ്ങനെ മൂവ് ചെയ്ത് പോകരുത് along a rough surface. Initially, its kinetic energy is 500 joule. While moving, frictional force is acting in the opposite direction. Due to the resistive force, kinetic energy of the block decreases. So, initial kinetic energy is 500 joule. Burden by the frictional force is minus 25. Now, the kinetic energy is only 475 because 25 joule of energy is dissipated in the form of, usually in the form of, come on, that 25 joule will be dissipated usually in the form of
Heat.
heat. Correct. Simple alle question. Anoda. Then Adia Fatima. Next one. Problem number 7.
A variable force given by the two-dimensional vector F is equal to 3x square I plus 4j acts on a particle. The force is in Newton and x is in meter. What is the change in the kinetic energy of the particle as it moves from the point with coordinates 2,3 to 3,0? The coordinates are in meters.
Okay. Again, we need an integration because the force acting on the body not constant. It's a variable force. But in this problem, two directions are there. I cap refers x direction and j cap refers y direction. So you need to integrate x and y direction independently. Okay. As work is a scalar quantity, you find the work done independently and then you add so that you will get the answer. Variable force is directly given 3x square I cap plus 4j cap acts on a particle. The force is in Newton and displacement x in meter. What is the change in kinetic energy? So change in kinetic energy is equal to, no doubt, it is work done by the force in accordance with the work energy theorem. Work energy theorem. So what we have to do in this problem is you find the work done. It will be equal to change in kinetic energy. So how we can find work done? Work done is equal to integral 2 to 3 in x direction. 3x square dx plus y direction 3 to 0. So 3 to 0. Only 4. So 4 dx. So you integrate x and y direction independently. As work done is a scalar, no problem with that. You can imagine the two-dimensional motion can be resolved into two one-dimensional motions. So it's a direct question. All information is directly given. Hello. കിട്ടിയ ആൻസർ കിട്ടിയോ? കിട്ടിയോടാ? ആദ്യം 3x² ഇന്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ 3x², x³ by 3. 3 cancel, so it become x³. 4 dy on integrating it becomes 4y. On integrating, here no need to put again this integral sign. On integrating and applying the limits, upper limit first, then lower limit, you will get the answer 7 joule. Because I already told you, like, the change in kinetic energy will be equal to work done by the force. It is equal to plus 7 joule. So, it's again a direct question. You need to find the work done by the force first, and then it will be equal to the change in kinetic energy. According to work energy theorem, work done by the force will be appeared as kinetic energy of the body. Okay. Okay now. ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് സ്റ്റഡി മെറ്റീരിയൽസ് ആവശ്യമുള്ളവർക്ക് അയച്ചു തരാമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ പിന്നെ കുറച്ച് ബിസി ആയി പോയി. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ എല്ലാവർക്കും അയച്ചു തരാം കേട്ടോ. ഇനി ആർക്കെങ്കിലും അഡീഷണലി, അതായത് ഇഫ് എനി വൺ നീഡ് DPPs, like I will show you. I will show you one. This is Allen Digital. Allen, the materials of Allen. When you open work energy power, you can see like this. Daily practice problem. It's very simple and powerful. See, in the first section of DPP number 1, work done by constant force. 9 problems are from that side, and question and answer is given, answer key is given, and then also detailed solution is also given. Then DPP number 2, work done by variable force, certain number of questions and then solutions. Then DPP number 3, kinetic energy, answers. DPP number 4, based on work energy theorem, answers. Then DPP number 5, based on spring. Then DPP number 6, based on potential energy again. Then DPP number 7, conservation of mechanical energy. DPP number 8 based on power. DPP number collision is included in another chapter named Law of Conservation of Momentum. So each and every chapter you can see around 150 to 200 questions like DPPs, daily practice problems. So anyone need daily practice problem, I will share with you. My phone number is 98470 41460. If anyone need a particular type material, like if you need study material, I will share with you. If you need daily practice problem, also I can share. And if you need model question papers like for NEET and JEE or CUET or UCED, NID, I will share with you. My phone number 98470 41460. ലാസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ കുറച്ച് കുട്ടികൾ എനിക്ക് മെസ്സേജ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നു. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് അയച്ചു തരാം എല്ലാവർക്കും. ഞാൻ ഒരു 2 to 3 days ആയിട്ട് കുറച്ച് ബിസി ആയിരുന്നു, അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഇന്ന് അയച്ചു തരാം കേട്ടോ. സോ താങ്ക് യു ഓൾ. ഹാവ് എ നൈസ് ഡേ.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.